baby still, cause I don't wanna hear that shit unless you paying baby bills. Like, I hate me like that, I can make them. Don't make me take all that shit back.
She's so hard. Anyways, maybe we should talk about how to deal with being stressed and still like not cutting everyone off, not being a bitch to everybody, you know. Stress management, the main thing, at least for me, I feel like is organization. Like if I am organized, the more organized I am, like the less I'll be stressed out, because I am such a planner. Like I need to plan everything, and now it's like my time is like so like constrained because there's a whole bunch of new stuff going on. Like if I knew how to freaking film a video, I would have been told you guys, you know, all that's new with me, but I just haven't been able to figure it out, and you know, I've just been going through a lot. So what's new? I'm settling into my new job. You know, I got my first few patients or whatever. It's not so bad. You know, I was worried at first, like, am I gonna like it? Am I gonna know how to do everything and stuff? Like, I hate starting over anywhere because I'm a very much like routine kind of person. So when something is like new and you have to put in all this attention and effort to learn, it's like, oh, not again. But so far so good. I bought a house. That is the really big thing. Like finally, you know, I've been telling you guys, like, it feels like I can't freaking afford a house no matter how much I save up, but I guess I still need my parents at my big age. Like I keep saying, you know, like I'm grown. I keep telling my parents stop treating me like a kid and stuff, but they proved me wrong once again. Like I needed them once again because they are, you know, they were on my butt about like buying a house. So I finally gave in. I was like, you know what, like if you can find me a house, I have this much money, I have 30K saved up, so if you can find me a house within 30K, like I'll buy it. So I really didn't think that they would do it, and they found somebody to get me pre-approved for like 400K, and like, yeah, like I bought a house. But that was really all my money. So now it's just like everything in my bank account is money that I owe. When I start paying back student loans. So that's all my savings gone once again. You know how my savings were all gone when I bought this car, and then I saved up a little bit more, and then now my savings are gone again because of my down payments. And it's gonna be harder for me to save now because my mortgage is gonna be like $2,900 a month. So that's like, I'm gonna have like $1,000 left over to do whatever I need to do other than pay my mortgage. So my plan is to like rent out the rooms. This is a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom house. Rent out 2 rooms, and then I keep the master bedroom, and I'm gonna turn that into like an office slash babe cave. Okay, because that is gonna be like my, you know, that's gonna be my babe cave. Like that's where I go to chill plus hustle, you know, because there's no such thing as just chill for me. I need to find a way to make money work for me, so I don't have to wake up and sacrifice all my time and my days working. Like I just hate, as I'm growing older, I'm realizing how important time is, and it's like, I don't know how people don't realize by my age, but me at 25 years old, I'm like, damn, I'm already 25, and that's like, that was so fast. Like I was literally 14 the other day, and I'm already 25. That means like so many years have passed, and I'm not like able to do most of the things I want. Like I want to be able to travel the world and buy nice things and have a pool and have a nice house and have all these pets and have all these babies and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I can't do any of that without money. And the longer I work, and the quicker it feels like I'm getting older. Like the days are just passing by because all I'm doing is just working and sleeping and working and sleeping, and it's just not it for me. And I keep telling people, and people are literally like thinking I'm joking when I say I need to retire by like 40. Ideally in my 30s, honestly. But realistically probably in my 40s/50s, but it needs to be like as soon as possible. Like every day that I have to wake up to go to work, like I'm not gonna say I hate going to work, because I would hate staying home with no money even more. You know, like if I had no job, I would hate that even more. So I hate having to wake up and go to work, but I love, you know, I'm very grateful about the fact that I have a job. But, you know, it's it's okay for the time being, but the quicker I can retire, the better for me, because I really want to be these people that, like, you know, travel the world and just do whatever they want to do and stuff. And at my age, like, a lot of people are, you know, being able to do that. Like, they have good paying jobs and they don't have children, and they can like travel and stuff, and they don't have anything like holding them down, and big commitments, so they can really like use all this money that they're making to travel. And I really want to do that, but at the same time, like, it's just like, wow, you get old so quickly. And like at 35 years old, if I had to pick between, do I want to travel at 35, do I want to have like all my bills paid, have a house, have a car, have a job, and then I'm saving up and traveling at 35, or do I want to be like, you know, I've traveled all in my 20s and in my 30s, and now I'm trying to save up for a house and trying to pay off my car and trying to pay stuff off and trying to buy a house in my 30s. Yeah, I feel like it's the other way around. Like, I'd rather be in my 30s starting to enjoy life, because whatever I enjoy, I don't want there to be a limit. Like, I don't want to have to, I have a lot of paid time off, but I don't want to use paid time off to go on vacation for a certain amount of time and have to come back to go to work, and, you know, not be able to stay longer somewhere I really like because I have to go to work. Like, no, that is so ghetto. I need to have money working for me. I need to have people working for me, and I am able to travel the world because I did my time working my butt off. I started my clinicals. That's another new thing. I just had my first week of clinicals. Really, I just did like one day, but it was nice. It was cool. You know, it's really, I was like really debating if I should drop the class during my drop ad period for like the week after the semester starts, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know, get like used to my new job plus do all this. But I thought about it, and honestly, I'd rather finish my degree, finish school, than be worried about a job, because a job will be here for me at any time. Like, I'm a nurse, so I can get a job anywhere, you know, like if I really need one. It doesn't have to be something I love, like every time I get a nursing job. It could really be just something for the time being. But for now, I'm not too worried about it, because I haven't had to like pick between my job and school. But I thought about it, and if it does come down to it, I would pick school over my job, because I really love my job, and I could really see myself doing this for like years on, like 20 years from now on. And I think that's very rare and hard to find, like a job that you're like content with, where you're like, you know, I can see myself doing this for a few more years. Like, I don't hate it. So I really like it. But if I have to pick, you know, between something I really like, something I'm really comfortable with and stuff like that, and my future, which is school, because I feel like education is the easiest way to, you know, get up on the ladder, because it is so true. Like, no matter how hard you work, it's very hard to, like, you know, get a promotion just because you work hard, or get noticed by your boss just because you work hard. So the easiest way for you to like get respect and like get paid for your work and your knowledge is to have it on a piece of paper, like, hey, look, like, I'm smart, you know, I got a master's degree, I got a PhD, I got a bachelor's, or whatever. As much as I hate that it's like that, it's reality, and it's really the easiest way. So that's my plan, you know. Like, I have a year left, so July 2027 I should be finishing up my last semester and graduating. But I am very kind of like anxious and stressed out recently because I'm having to do all these clinical hours and all these assignments because I do have another class on top of my clinical rotations for school. And it's really hard because my clinical placements, like where I'm going to get these hours, open and close at the same time that I work, like during my work hours. So I have to use my time very wisely between the hours of 8 to 5. And I have to use a lot of PTO to be able to complete these hours, and I'm really hoping I can get it done because my ad drop period is over, and I feel like as much as I was debating on dropping the class because I'm scared that I won't be able to meet my hours, I don't want to be stuck in this position next year. Like, I don't want to be in the same position next year, getting paid the same amount and still saying like, oh, I'm going to finish school and not doing it. So I'm such a like planner, so I'm just trying to mentally prepare my boss to be like, hey, like, you know, you're taking too much time off, like you gotta go. At which point I will have to really, you know, give them the ultimatum, which is what I am waiting on. Which is like, you know, like I really need to be done with school, like I'm done with my prereqs and I really need to get my hours done. And it's hard because family practice offices are open at the same time as a family practice office that I work for, you know, like I'm seeing all these people like that I went to school with for nursing, like my nursing school friends, like all having babies and graduating with their masters because it's been like 2-3 years. It's been 4 years since we graduated now. I graduated in 2022. It's 2026. Like, I'm getting old. You see how time flies? Like, I graduated in 2022. I did have a break between high school and college, so I graduated high school in 2018, and then I started college in 2018, graduated in 2022, and I just feel like time flew by because I wanted to take a little break, and all of a sudden, my little break turned from 2022 to 2026, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, where did the time go? And people weren't lying when they say, like, time flies for real. Like, as you get older, time just, like, literally flies. So, yeah, like, I need to do a lot of big things quickly. Like, as stressful as it is right now, the longer I wait, the older I get, the more stressful it's gonna get. So, whatever I need to do, like, at whatever point, I might as well do it now, you know, while I have the support. I have my parents. They're not super old. Like, they're old, but they're not super old, so they're still working, you know. They can still help me since I don't have a boyfriend or a husband or anybody like that to really help me out. You know, I'm very grateful, and I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I can be with my parents, you know, for now, and really like work my butt off for now, because I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I don't know. I might end up with a freaking terrible bum baby daddy, and then it's like RIP my future, you know, I gotta take care of the freaking kids by myself. Or I could end up with an abusive, crazy person, and same thing, like I'm just gonna be stuck and like depressed and just having to take care of freaking kids and never being able to do whatever I had planned for myself. Like, it's just like when a man comes into the picture, it's like, oh my god, you have to literally sacrifice so much stuff. I'm not gonna say a man, because I shouldn't attack only men. I just feel like, you know, like when you are in a relationship, you really have to think about someone else. And since it's so hard for me to meet someone that can really freaking be with me like wholeheartedly and not cheat on me, not lie, and like just not be a dog ass, just not be a dog. Like, since I can't find anybody, like, I'm just going to use this time to become rich, bro, because men always end up leaving you. Like, they're gonna leave you if you get old, they're gonna leave you if you are ugly, they're gonna leave you if you are broke, they're gonna leave you if you have too many kids, yeah, they're gonna leave you if you don't have any kids. Like, they're gonna leave you if you're too skinny, they're gonna leave you for any little thing, like, and you know what? I'm over it. Only thing that doesn't leave you, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over till I die, honey. Like, only thing that doesn't leave you is the money. Okay? So, stop chasing men and start chasing this fucking money, bro, because when you have money, you can literally do whatever the hell you want. Like, literally. So why would you not want to be rich? All you have to do is just stay motivated and have a plan and just follow it through. It might take a little longer than you're supposed to, than you had anticipated. Like, sometimes there's hiccups along the way, but it's better than just being stuck in the same place, or it's better than just letting the day, decide for you, letting the years decide for you, letting the months decide for you, because the longer you wait, it's like the harder life gets. Like, you're stuck in the same place while the whole world like moves along without you. So yeah, nobody's bigger than the program, but you got to get with the program. Most of these people are not even with the program because they think they're bigger than the program. People think there's an easy way to make it out, like, make it out of the trenches, but it's really no easy way out. Like, you got to work hard. No matter what you do, you got to work hard to make it out. So you can either do it, the sneaky, illegal, crazy, dirty way, or you can do it the clean, hardworking way. If you make all this money doing stuff that's bad for people, and like, doing sneaky stuff, and you gotta hide what you're doing from people, stuff like that, you're gonna always be paranoid and always worried about all the money you make. But if you just work hard, yeah, it's hard on your body, it's hard on your mental for a few years or whatever, but if you just work hard for whatever you want and you have a plan, you really actually sit down and take life seriously and come up with a plan to, make it out, like, and you follow it through without giving up, like, that is the most honest and easy way, especially when you have all the opportunities. That's like one thing I can say that my parents taught me. Like, if they didn't teach me anything else, that's the one thing they taught me. Like, if you have the opportunities that you need, why are you not using them? Like, you have no excuse. If you have all the opportunities, if you have everything you need to be successful, you should not have any excuses as to why you're not, successful, as to why you're not. Like, right now, I'm not going to say I have any excuses. Like, maybe 2 years ago when I was like, oh, I'm thinking about what I want to do and stuff, even then I wouldn't say that's an excuse, because I was trying to figure out my life, like who I am, what I want to do and stuff. In my early 20s, like, I need to figure out who I am, and everyone was just pressuring me like, oh, I need to start doing this and that. And I feel like at this age, like 25 and older, is when you need to start, really starting to act on the plans that you have for life, where you need to start kind of like taking life a little bit more seriously, because you are getting older and people will start putting responsibilities on you, like, as much as they can, so you might as well take on responsibility that you signed up for, versus people just putting responsibility on you because they're like, oh, you're 25 now, oh, you're 30 now, oh, you're 35, you're 40, you should have this job, you should have this car, you should have this type of family, and you should have this and that. So before that happens, you need to come up with a plan for your life yourself. Like, people are already, like, at my age, mind you, people get married and have kids older than me, but people, in my culture and in my family and in my society are still gonna mention the fact that, I'm getting older and I still don't have any kids and I don't have a husband and all that. But it's like, like, at first it was like, yeah, it's true, and it's like, it really was like, I'm like a donkey chasing a fucking carrot, and the carrot is a man. Like, men will literally leave you and do whatever the hell they want. Like, they swear they're the prize. And it's like, as the years are getting more, like, as we are progressing on this planet, like, as the years are going by, like, I swear men are turning more feminine as it goes, and they expect women to do all this stuff for them. And it's like, no, like, if I have to do stuff for a man, I'd rather do that shit for myself, honey. Like, okay, if I have to fucking make all this money and do my lashes and do my hair and do my makeup and wear nice clothes and have all this fancy jewelry and all this stuff and have a nice car and have ass and have titties and all the stuff for a man, if I have to spend all this money to look good for a man, I might as well just spend all this fucking money to look good for me, to do what the hell I want to do. So yeah, yeah, so when I get this money, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna do my lashes, and I'm gonna do my makeup, and I'm gonna do my hair because I want to. Because I'm that girl. But all the other stuff that I wanted from a man, I'm gonna be able to do because I'm gonna have my own money. So since a man is not gonna give me the freaking world, bro, since no man is coming and being like, baby, like, come marry me, I'm gonna take you to all, I'm gonna let you have the fucking 3-day wedding, fucking 7-day wedding. I'm gonna take you to fucking Dubai for our honeymoon. Like, since no man is stepping up, you are the one for me. Like, I see how hardworking you are. I see like you are a badass bitch and you got everything that I need. Like, literally marry me right now. Like, I'll give you everything that you need. I will provide for you. You stay home and you take care of my babies and my house, and I go provide for you and I keep you happy for the rest of your life. Like, marry me. Since nobody wants to step up to the fucking table, like, all right, okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that shit my damn self. So that's the plan. Yeah, I gotta get rich. I gotta get the money, so I can travel the world, because that's really what I want to do. Maybe my husband is not even in Florida. Maybe my husband is not even in America. Maybe he's in fucking Italy. Maybe he's in fucking France. You know? Maybe my husband is literally in Paris waiting for me. So yeah, like, I gotta hurry up and make it out the ghetto. Like, I gotta fix up my life, and then I can go enjoy my life and look for my man and get drunk and look good and flirt with men and, you know, feel like that bitch that I am. But for now, like, I can't feel like that if I know, like, okay, I need to come back in a week because I have to clock into fucking work. It's like, it's not the same, you know? So yeah, I'm not gonna have like this beauty and this health in like 10-20 years, but it's about the mental, bro. Like, it's really about the mental. Like, I'm a big mental health person, you know. Like, as long as I'm happy up here, like, nothing can stop me. Like, I can have one fucking leg, I can have one motherfucking eye. Like, I'll be happy as long as I'm happy up here. I'm content, you know. So yeah, like, I don't want to go on vacation and look for my husband and look good and spend all this money knowing that I have to come back to work, knowing that this money is off of a credit card, knowing that I gotta pay this money back, knowing that I gotta do all this stuff when I get back home. Like, I don't want to do all that. I want to have my life set up, you know, just in case I don't find my man ever. I want to have a life set up here. Like, you know, I have my car, I have my job that is decent. I have a nice car, you know. I have a home now that I can call my home. If anything happens, that is something I worked hard for. That is mine, purely mine. Nobody else's. It's literally mine, and nobody can take it from me. So, you know, I have all that stuff set up right now. So now it's my time to like save up, and then eventually I'm gonna be trying to retire so I don't have to go to work all the time, and hopefully paying off my house. Hopefully in the future getting some more like investment property so I don't have to work, and hopefully in the future opening up a business so I don't have to, you know, clock in and sacrifice, or basically, you know, get paid for my time pretty much. And, you know, I feel like at that age, it's like, okay, I did my time, you know, working. Like, I worked, I made money working. I gave up my time for money so I could build something, you know. And in my like late 20s, 30s, 40s, like, that's when I should be like, okay, in my 20s, you know, in my early 20s, in my teenage years, I spent a lot of time, you know, learning about working, learning about money, learning about saving, all that kind of stuff. And now, at my big age, I know how to, you know, I know what I want to do. I know how to make money work for me. And the people that are going to be working for me are going to be hopefully young entrepreneurs like myself that have a vision, that will work hard because they, you know, they are basically trading like a high paying job for experience, you know, which I don't, at my age and with my mindset, I don't mind doing. So I'm sure when I'm older and I'm hopefully one day a business owner, I can find people to work for me that have the same kind of mindset. Like, you know, they're going to be willing to work, not because I'm paying them a whole bunch of money, but they're willing to work for me because of the experience and the guidance and the support that I'll be, you know, hopefully being able to provide for them. So they can have a big future, you know, one day like me, hopefully. So yeah, it's really just like all like a cycle. And that's why, you know, it just all comes back in a full circle. So anything you do, just remember it always comes back to you. Always putting your best foot forward, because you never know who's watching and who's going to be able to offer you opportunities, people that are, you know, willing to put in the work. So the main thing for me right now is always just trying to play back, like, okay, don't freak out, don't get too stressed out, and don't let that show when you speak to people or in the way you treat people on a daily basis. So like when I go to work, even though there's so much on my mind, like how am I going to get my hours done, I have all this homework, and then plus I have to see all my clients now, like all my patients, I have to do all this stuff for work, I have to do training, I have to take care of my house now, like fix my Wi-Fi, fucking pay the water bill, like all this extra stuff, you know, like cut the grass, find someone to cut my grass, like all this stuff. I have to worry about all this extra stuff, plus clock into work every day, plus be present when I see my patients, because at the end of the day I am still a nurse. That is the main thing. Like I don't really believe anyone can come into nursing. Even if you come into nursing not wanting to be a nurse, if you stay in nursing, it's like you find the nurse in you. I think everyone has a nurse in them. You just gotta find it. So like for me, I didn't want to be a nurse when I got into nursing, but the longer I do nursing and the more I see in nursing, it's like the more opportunities and the more, like, you know, the more it opens up for me, like how much nursing has to offer. And it's like the longer I stay in nursing, the more of a nurse I become. Like the more in me I see and I recognize that reflects the type of nurse that I am, you know? So yes, end of the day, like I still, the really big thing is like, now the older you get, the more you realize why, like just a lot of things that you just realize, like when you get older, shit just starts clicking that didn't click before. Like now I see at my grown fucking age at 25, now I see why people say nursing is such a challenging and stressful field, whereas like 24, 23, like I'm not really seeing why is it so stressful. Like I was literally 22 when I became a nurse. Like why is it so fucking stressful? Like if I could be a nurse at 22, why are people in their 30s, 40s saying it's so stressful? Like it's really not. You just go do your job and you get paid all this money, and if you do it right, they pay you good, you know? Like that's how I really thought life is. But the older you get, now I realize, because on top of everything life is throwing at you, like whatever, I don't have kids and like a husband, but when that comes along, whatever shit I have to deal with my freaking kids, whatever I have to deal with my husband, whatever I'm dealing with in my family, then I gotta deal with whatever I'm dealing with, like with my side hustle / business / investments. I gotta deal with all that kind of stuff. Plus, at the same time, if I'm still a nurse and I still am working and practicing as a nurse, I still have to be present for my clients, for my patients. I have to be present because, I mean, that's what's paying the bills. That's just me at the core. Like, that is what I do for a living. I am a nurse for a living. So, like, even outside of my nurse clothes, like, I'm still a nurse. When I talk to people, my family, friends, strangers, whenever I talk to anybody, I'm still thinking and assessing and judging them and speaking to them like I'm a nurse, you know? Like, yeah. If you are walking around and, like, I see you carrying a bag in a lock zone, you know, I'm gonna notice that. If I see you and I'm walking around and I see like scars on your hands, I'm gonna notice that. If I'm talking to you, I don't really know you and you're super like shy and quiet, I'm gonna notice that. Like, I'm gonna ask why and stuff like that. Like, the longer I work in nursing, the more of a nurse I am. Okay, like, that's how I know, like, when I'm like 30 and 40 and stuff like that, that's when people are like, yeah, I'm a nurse. Like, that is the first thing. When people ask you, like, who are you? When the first thing you say is, I'm a nurse, that's how you know you are in nursing for too long. And you either love what you do or um, you're doing something that you love. Like, that's the only way I can put it. Yeah, like if you don't like nursing, it's not something you can just do because, you know, it pays good. It's really something that you have to want to do because it's challenging. It asks for a lot from you. Like, it pays good, but it asks from a lot from you. Like, you have to take a lot of things home. Like, when you check in to work, you can't just, you know, be not present. You can't be thinking about other things while you're there talking to a patient. You know, like, you really got to feel them and you really got to understand them to be a nurse, to provide nursing care. That's how you know, that's how you got to be. You got to be present for everybody that is around you, and that's just the nurse in you. And you can't help it. Like, you can't help it. As much as I want to be worried about my own self with all this stuff going on, I have school going on, I have a new home, and I have to freaking keep my big girl job. You know, like, it's a lot going on. But I still have to be there present for my patients, because at the end of the day, without them, I have nothing. Without patients, I don't have a job. Without a job, I have no house. I have no car. I have nothing. So, yeah, like, yeah. So that's what I'm kind of like. That's a little catch up kind of session with me for today, I guess. Yeah, that's what's going on in my life and in my mind right now. But yeah, I think, you know, I think we got this. Like, I think we got this. Just staying organized, planning, and trying my best. You know, shit happens. Some things you just can't, you know, control. So whatever you can control, whatever you can plan, whatever you can organize, the more you can plan, the more you can organize. Even if you don't want to, as much as people say they're a fucking, what do you call them? People love to say they're a procrastinator. No, honey, like, you're just being lazy. Like, no, you don't work better under pressure when it's almost time to do whatever you have to do. Like, when you have to hurry up and rush and do whatever you have to do, you don't work better. No, like, just plan and organize and do what you need to do, and you will feel so much better. Like, just do whatever the fuck you gotta do and get it out the way, and then you can have your me time, have your time to do whatever the hell you want. I mean, there's no point of doing whatever you want and then you gotta do something and you just thinking about doing that one thing the whole time. You know, just do whatever the hell you gotta do and get it out the way, and then you can do you know. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try and do. Like, do my homework, you know, plan my week, plan my hours, and then kind of have my little me time, and hopefully that works out. And if not, shoot, we have the rest of our lives, okay? But we gonna make it. We gonna make it out the trenches, okay? It's just, you just gotta plan accordingly, okay? So, think about it. Think about it, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.